Good afternoon, or indeed good evening if you are tuning in from down under. My name's Claire, I'm the development manager here at Liftoff Global Network, and welcome to the first live voting roundup of the Sydney and Melbourne Liftoff Film Festival. Thank you so much to those of you who are tuning in, and like we said in the live chat, if you are screening in the programme, one of the 4 programmes in the festival this month, please do introduce yourself, let us know the name of the film and which programme to find you on, and I will shout you out during this stream. Also, of course, if you've got any questions, just fire away and I will do my best to answer them. So we are almost halfway through the festival month now. We're coming up to the 2-week marker and we'll be heading into the 3rd out of the 4 weeks next week. It's been so great. We've had so much activity on all of the festival pages already. And what we're going to do in these roundups is we're going to go through each of the 4 programmes, introducing the different stats. We're going to be looking at how many people are watching the festival, from how many different countries people are tuning in from, the playthrough figures, so that's how many times films have been watched on each of those programmes as a collective effort from all of those audience members on the programme, and how many people have voted. So that is the audience choice voting, because just to remind you all, we have jury selections going through to our network round, along with the top audience choice voted films from each of the programmes. I think that sort of rounds it up. This festival is ending on Vimeo on the 20th of December at 10 p.m. GMT. So that makes it 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. I will double check that, but I'm pretty sure I've done the maths right. So there is still plenty of time to get film watching, watch all of these fantastic films before you decide on your 2 favourites and vote if you have not already. There is no rush. But yeah, let's take a look at the first of the 4 programmes and the statistics from that programme. So we're going to start with our features programme now, which has been doing really, really well. We've got 38 viewers watching and together have watched 353 playthroughs of the feature films. And I say it every time because I always think it's worth pointing out. For feature films, that is a lot of hours of film watching. This is not the number of hours that have been watched, but it's the number of playthroughs of a film. So that is a very impressive figure. People have been tuning into this festival programme from 12 different countries. Unsurprisingly, most of those viewers have come from Australia and New Zealand, but we've also got lots of viewers on this programme from the UK and the USA. And so far, 21 votes out of the 38 are in. And we have the top film currently as 3 Devi. So we've got a bit of girl power here. 3 Devi is a riveting story of 3 women, a leading actress, an entrepreneur and bride-to-be, and an assistant director, who are fed up of the male chauvinism in their respective fields. This film is directed by Ashvin A. Matthew, and it's a drama thriller feature from India. So that's on 6 votes at the moment. But then we've got 2 films tied on 3 votes, so not far behind. The first of which is Batur, a refugee journey, on 3 votes. This is an Australian documentary, but it has been shot in a number of countries, including Afghanistan, Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan and Thailand. This is quite a special film. It highlights the refugee crisis, an epic journey to safety. Afghani photojournalist Bharat Ali Batur won a Walkley Award for the images he captured on his own refugee boat journey. So this documentary is directed by Bharat Ali Batur himself. Then we also have When Night Stands Fast on 3 votes. 3 really different ones here because this is from the USA, but it's a sort of TV web series content, which we love screening at Liftoff. Always thrilled to sort of screen something a little bit different. This is a horror, sci-fi, directed by Nick Borelli, Owen Pickett and Ben Crocker. A journalist, a pop star and a young woman facing a family tragedy all meet while participating in a new experimental therapy method, only to find something sinister brewing below the surface. So there you go. Just want to say hi to Lee, Shuttermaniac Productions, in the chat room, saying hope you're all keeping well. That's the director from Snarmy Swim. And hello to Heaven Forrester. She's in New Voice Shorts, the director of Happy Birthday Amy. So thank you so much for joining us. Let's take a look then at our judges' select shorts. So on this programme, we've got 62 people watching, 368 playthroughs, again, an impressive figure for only halfway through the festival. People are watching from 10 countries thus far, and so far 18 votes are in. I should have said at the beginning, all of these figures are, of course, changing constantly. The live links that you get sent in your daily score emails are live representations. So if at any point you follow through to those links, you'll be seeing the latest breakdown. But currently in pole position on our Judges Select Shorts is a student first-time film, Excuse Me, Youre Bleeding, on 4 votes. So this is an Australian film directed by Nicholas Lawler, and it's a short romance drama. Ethan is bleeding from his back. How? When he tries to find the source, the steps lead him to Kate. In time, it will make sense, even if it's hard to see past the broken dashboard. So there we go, very intriguing. Go and check that out. Really nice, actually. You're going to hear me say quite a few times in these following films that we're going to mention that they're either first-time films or student films. And obviously here at Liftoff, we love focusing on emerging talent. So it is a real pleasure to be screening a lot of new voices in our festivals across all of the programmes, not only the New Voices collection. I'm now just going to do a quick shout out to a number of films which are all on 2 votes on this page. So it's very neck and neck, not unusual in the opening weeks. So the following films are all on 2 votes tied. We have A Traveller's Road, directed by Bianca Sappi. Rama, directed by Simran Singh. Sticks and Strings, directed by Luke Antoon. The Forgotten Floss, directed by Paul Wong. Wildfire, directed by Shannon Carles. And You Are the Ocean, directed by Jessie Boyle. So congratulations to all of those films. You are all tied in second place as it stands. Next then, let's take a look at our trendsetter shorts, where we've got 71 people watching the films as we speak, and a staggering 752 playthroughs on this programme. So we're definitely going to hit 1,000. I don't know what we'll be saying when the festival ends. It'll be really exciting to see what figure we end up on there. People are watching the films from 12 different countries at the moment, and just under half of the votes, 32, have currently been placed. And in top position so far is bachelhouse. Probably not saying that right. It's the Portuguese word for cod, so it turns out. This is directed by Mitchell da Silva Piera and Matthew Filer. It's a student short documentary from Australia about a Portuguese immigrant who shares her passion for the food of her country as she prepares a bacalhau cod dish. She reflects on how cooking Portuguese food in Australia has given her a renewed sense of identity as she celebrates being a part of the country's multiculturalism. That's actually one of the things I love so much about Australia. I spent a few months living in Melbourne, and yeah, the multiculturalism, especially in all the food that's available, just fantastic. Now I'm feeling sad that we can't be in Australia, but next year. So on to the second film, which is Cheap Rent, which is just behind, 1 vote less on 3 votes. And this is directed by Seb Bardry Thompson, a student dark comedy. Busy tidying up for a house inspection, the last thing Charlie was expecting to find was another dead body on his living room floor. So there you go and check out those 2 films, Bachelhouse and Cheap Rent, on the Trendsetters programme. And then last but not least, we have our new voice shorts. So these are all films on this program which were either the first or second credit for one of the main head of departments. So primarily there we're looking at the director or the producer. As I said before, always a pleasure to screen work from new talent. We've got 80 people watching these shorts, 694 playthroughs. So again, there's been a lot of indie film watching, which we love. Keep it up. And people are watching from 9 countries, 54 votes on the tally as we speak. And in first position so far is The Little Bird, which is on 12 votes. Very impressive. 2 weeks into festival, lots of people loving this film. It's a short directed by Neil Gopinath, 2 vignettes of a boy's life connected through memory, and that's from the USA. So congratulations to Neil and team. And then just behind on 6 votes, Lee is in the chat room. Congratulations, Lee. Is Snarmy Swim, directed by Lee Williamson. This is from Ireland. It's a very short doc, 3-minute runtime. We love it here at Liftoff. We've screened it at a number of our events, including here live at Pinewood Studios just last week for our Sessions Winners screening. We got the pleasure of meeting Lee, some of the team and family, and Colm, who is the subject here, a 70-year-old open water swimming veteran who tells us of his 50 years experience and passion for Irish water. So that's on 6 votes, which concludes the 4 programmes roundup. So just a reminder of the prizes then. What we'll be doing is we'll be having the jury's choice finalists and those audience choice migrated to the network round, which is where Liftoff members, any festival participants so far, filmmakers, and Liftoff jury will be rating the films in a bit more depth, and we'll be choosing winners, season award nominations, and audience choice awards. Winners will be receiving a live screening at one of the Australian Liftoffs next year. So that will be Sydney, where previously we've screened at Fox Studios, or Melbourne, again, one of my favourite cities in the world. The Audience Choice Award will be inviting 3 filmmakers, which went down extremely well with the audiences across both rounds, to join us on this YouTube channel for a roundtable where their films will screen muted in the background, and we get to ask so many cool questions, hear about the set experience, the concept of the project right the way through, and hear more about themselves as well, and their careers and career aspirations, which is always really nice. Just want to say hi to Catherine Nixon, who is the writer-director of Blind Corners in the New Voices, a suspense drama about a retired professor. Very cool. Amazing. So that rounds up our festival voting roundup today, really. Thank you so much to those of you who've tuned in. This video will stay archived for those of you who couldn't watch it live. And enjoy a weekend of indie film watching. For those of you who signed up to the focus groups on the hub, all the information has been sent out, and we really look forward to e-meeting you as well, talking about your projects, your goals, before an exchanging of feedback takes place on the hub. And then there'll be another voting roundup this time next week on Friday. So a lot to look forward to next week. Thanks a lot.